Day 20. Express before it's late. Love before it's gone. Feel before it ends. Hold before it leaves. About self awareness. Dear stranger, I see you wake every morning in a fog of unhappiness, an utterly joyless existence that seems unending. You wake up stressed and in a negative frame of mind, in a state of fight or flight, and you don't know why. Your day has not even begun, and you are dreaded. I know that. Going through your morning routine, you feel detached, not emotionless, but desperately unhappy. I know you have always lacked confidence. I too have felt the damning effects on my self esteem of having no faith in my own abilities or even the will to celebrate when I do achieve something. I know you don't like yourself, that you struggle even to maintain eye contact with your own reflection. Why wouldn't you? After all, the world has been cruel, and you think you are useless. I understand. It is okay to struggle with your self esteem and doubt yourself on a regular basis. But maybe once a while it should be worth trying to celebrate ourselves just as those we love. You give all your energy to supporting your loved ones and leave very little left for yourself because you don't feel worthy of self care. You don't focus on your own dreams because you don't feel they are worthy of consideration. You ignore your aches and pains because you don't feel that your health is important. But it is. If I was able to realize that I could begin looking forward in my own life rather than looking forward for those around me, you can do the same. And no, caring for yourself doesn't make you selfish. No, it does not mean that you will neglect the people who are important to you. It does not mean that you are self involved. It just means that you have decided that you're important too. You can make the decision of moving forward by living with intent rather than out of habit. You may lose some friends along the way, but I use the term friends lightly here. Those includes who make you feel guilty for dedicating time to your goals and not real friends. If they were, they should cheer you on from the sidelines just as you have done for them. They should give you the pick me up you need when you are low and frustrated. They should lift you up and not tear you down, as if you don't have enough of that yourself. You tear yourself down at a given opportunity. I know. Try to remember that others should be treating you the way you treat those you love. And if there isn't anyone doing that, then maybe you should try it yourself. Give yourself unconditional warmth and kindness you share with the people you love. Think encouraging thoughts and come up with thoughtful ideas that put your own well being at the forefront of your actions. You are a wonderful person. Try to see yourself as you would see your best friend. I see you worrying about those you love, caring for them, going out of your way for them. Try and do this for yourself. You deserve to feel the love you are so capable of giving. You have been told that happiness comes from within, but you have been convinced that happiness is an illusion because inside you only feel sadness, a profound sense of unhappiness. In this state, it is almost impossible to believe the happiness exists at all. Like a child chasing the mythical creatures you will so told stories about. You chase the unknown, never really sure if you will find it at all. You imagine a life where you're happy. Finding happiness doesn't have to be a light bulb moment when suddenly everything makes sense and you love who you are and start to care about yourself. Self care begins with small changes you make to your routine. Maybe you run yourself a bubble bath once a week, or you go for a walk to help clear your head and reconnect with nature. Giving yourself that time to reflect on your day and how you are feeling in that moment will allow you to learn more about yourself. Just as you ask your friends how their day went, ask yourself about your day. Was it good? Was it bad? If it was a bad day, why? Are you not focusing on your goals enough? Perhaps you never set them in the first place. I've seen there. Don't worry. It took me a long time to learn who I am and build up my self confidence. Nobody else can do this for you. Only you can learn if you like who you are. Once you start listening to your inner dialogue, you may be able to figure out what makes you feel good. Maybe you won't, but you might at least have an idea that what you want to explore. Devolve in it and build your confidence to work hard for the things you want, even if life doesn't always turn out how you want it to be. Learn to love your experiences because they are yours alone. I want you to listen to yourself, to the tiny voice in your head that has been trying to guide you out of your unhappiness. That voice is your intuition. It has been with you your entire life, guiding you. When a situation is wrong or uncomfortable, it gives you a gut feeling that tells you so. And when a situation is right, it fills you with hope and excitement. That voice is your subconscious mind, and it knows you better than anyone else. Listening to your inner voice is key in becoming self aware and learning to love yourself. I want you to feel reconnected with who you are on a fundamental level. I want to explore what triggers you, what makes you feel less worthy of happiness than those around you. And I want to help you control those feelings. I want to teach you that you have complete control over how you react to every situation in your life. I learned that sitting outside in nature as the bird song quietens from the evening, the sun setting on the horizon, listening to the perfect world is an opportunity to start listening to myself. I'm not saying this will work for you, dear stranger, but maybe you could give it a try or join the class you always wanted to attend. Go to the concert you always thought would be good. Visit the museum. Do all the things you have stopped yourself from doing so long, from a lack of consideration of your wants and needs, or even a complete ignorance of your own desires. You deserve to treat yourself well and to love yourself. As you figure out a good way to hear your mind, embrace your own thoughts, and act on filling your world with love and happiness. Try and look at yourself in the mirror at least once a day. I have been there. I know hard it can be, but maybe if you look at yourself in the way you look at those you love, you may be able to feel for yourself some of the love that you are so happy to give others. Look in the mirror as if you were looking at your best friend or your parents or your siblings or even your partner. Look at yourself in the way you deserve to be looked at and feel the warmth that radiates through. I bet you're smiling at your now self. Good, because it felt good. Give yourself the time you deserve to figure out who you are, what you want, and who you want to become. Work on those goals. Focus on your needs and desires. Stop listening to the voices telling you to be just like everybody else. It doesn't have to be an endless and trying mission. We can all start by making changes to our daily routines to help feel a little more cared and a little more confident. Don't give up at the first hurdle. Just keep listening to your own thoughts and feelings, and you will find your way. I'm sure of it. I want you to be happy, and I want you to be happy too. Sending you love and light for your reflection.